So it's not that I'm not going to do Let's Plays anymore. It's just that I don't know when I'll have the time. This is loud. Okay, fix that. Gray Story by Kevin Does Art, or Kevindo Isart. Game by Kevin McGrath. See? kevindoisart.com. This is actually I haven't beaten the game. I just started playing it. Ah, it is starting. And I'm going to be talking over this game, which is almost a crime, because the music in here is awesome. Hey, baby. What's up? Oh, yeah, you're looking good. Want a little of that? Huh? Want a little of that? How about some of that? Yeah, nah, she's not going for it, dude. Nope. She doesn't want to play rock, paper, scissors. Alright, so as you can see, you start off here, and there's all these arrows pointing in every which way. At first I thought it was trying to tell you how the controls work, which is not true. If I get a little bit closer here, is it? No. Well, basically, you can use the arrow keys or the WASD keys to play. And we're going to head off to the left and just repeat the only two items that I managed to find. Uh-oh, spoilers, there's items. The music in this game. This is the reason why it's a crime to talk, because just listen to the music. Not right now, obviously, because I'm going to be talking over it. But go ahead and get yourself on over to Newgrounds.com. Gray Story on the front page. It's a fun game. Well, the music is cool. I don't know if there's any other instruments than just piano. It sounds like it's just piano. But it's some good music. And it sounds reminiscent, so I think there's little bits and pieces of it that sound like classical music. I, of course, have no clue as to the name of certain classical music. Now watch this. Watch what happens. Click. Boom. Huge red explosion. And now we're going to head down. I'm going to go to... Oh, look. Redness. The world lacks color. She has gripped in an existential ennui, and we must free her through chromographic treatment. Let's go down here. Yeah, that's oppressively red right there. That is just red to the nth degree. But anyway, yeah, the music, snippets of the music sound like classical music. Not that I would have any clue as to what the name of those classical songs are. And so I don't know if this music is just kind of like inspired by that classical music, or if it's actual pieces of... Oh, there we go. I'm playing this on my controller, and I set the up button to one of the buttons. So I'm hitting the up on the D-pad and it's not working, and that's because up is actually one of the buttons. Can I get out this way? No, I gotta go this way. I chose this game in part because there's no talking or anything, so I get to talk a lot. And I know some of you are wondering what the heck is going on. For those of you who don't know, I'm on rotation. What does rotation mean? Rotation means that I'm working 40 plus hours a week for free, for no money. It also means that on top of working all those hours, I have assignments. The very first day of my rotation, as you guys got the video... Yeah, you guys got a video. I did the last part of Nicktoons. My preceptor was absent. Boom! Orange explosion. That's as far as I've played in this game, by the way. So now everything is brand new to me, too. We're going to go after that pinkish color up here somewhere. My preceptor was sick, so I had the day off. Then, day 2, he comes back and he hands me this packet. And there's got to be like 150 pages worth of stuff for me to read. And then there's math problems for me to do, special pharmacy math problems. Ooh, a ribbon. I like ribbons. Boink. And so I've been working on that, and then on top of that, like, I'm going to have every day when I go to work, I have patients that I have. Well, right now it's just one because they're starting us off slow. But they give me a patient, I go up to the floor, find the patient's chart, and review the chart, which for the most part means try and figure out what the heck the doctor wrote, because they write like crap. Oh, they're such terrible writers. Figure out what the doctor wrote, then go on the computer and look up lab results and medication orders and stuff. Pink. Let's go after the purplish one in the bottom right. I think that sounds best. And then I have to basically, after I finally find all of the information, look it over, kind of figure out what's going on, and from there, Again, I have no clue exactly where we're going here. Gotta be this way, though. Make sure that what... Specifically, I'm doing antibiotics because my preceptor is an infectious disease clinical pharmacist. So that's the bulk of what I'm looking at. And the patients that we are looking at are specifically patients that meet certain... Okay, we are now past wherever the purple item might be, so we're going to go after green or blue, whichever one was over here. Or yellow. Yellow could be one of them. Oh, there's a grave here. I'm stealing flowers off a grave. I am such a jerk. So yeah, go look at the antibiotics and whatever else they're on. Make sure it's appropriate. Look up the clinical guidelines for the disease. Look up the drugs. Make sure that the doses are correct. Make sure that they're, giving the right antibiotics for what they're treating. There's a lot of stuff. And that's just like the morning. Then I go in and I present all of this to my preceptor because they're his patients. We're, not helping him. We're learning from him. So he's already reviewed the patients that he gives to us, and then he has us present them to him. All right, what do we got here? Click. Oh, she's just blinking. I thought she was closing her eyes. Does she close her eyes again? Oh, maybe it's a little bit of closing her eyes and focusing on the item that I just gave her. Like there's a little bit of feeling there. Should be nice. Okay, let's go down, and this time let's focus on staying down, since apparently I went a little bit too high last time. Can I get over to the right down here? Yes, I can. That's what we'll do. Boink. And then in the afternoons, there's a bunch of different things I could be doing. Am I going back where I was last time? Yeah, so let's head back over here and see what we can find. Right now, today, I was looking for a journal article. We have what's called Journal Club, and you go and you look for an article from a journal. And in our case, it specifically has to be a randomized controlled trial, and even more specifically, it should probably deal with infectious disease, because our infectious disease pharmacist doesn't want to necessarily have to sit through like an oncology journal club. Oh, it's a sucker or a lollipop. And then later on, and actually we have like a week or two to prepare for this, but the sooner you get it started and get the article down, the better. You have to present it to not just the preceptor, but also the students. Yeah, for the journal club, it's just the other students, like the other students that are there with pharmacy, not just with my preceptor, but with other preceptors as well. That way everybody can get a little bit of practice and information out of it. But when you're evaluating the journal article, you have to look up other stuff. You have to make sure that what they were doing in that journal, in that study, is appropriate. I know where I'm going on the left side here, because I know how to get back up this way. I'm more familiar with it. And there's a bunch of stuff that you have to review and just have ready, because after you present what happened in the article, you then have to field questions. People are going to ask you things that didn't make sense, or things that did make sense, or just things where they might want more information. Click. Yeah. Ooh, a bird. Nice. I brought back a flower. I think she should wear a flower in her hair when I bring back a flower. Actually, let me... Whoa! Look at me. I'm ghosting. Have I always been ghosting, or is that new? Alright, blue is just slightly up, and then green is right above her. We'll do, what do we want to do? I think I want to do green last, because it's straight up above, and there's a little bit of, symbology. I believe the word you're looking for is symbolism. Yes. There's a little bit of symbolism involved in going straight up above for the final item. In addition to that, we're not doing it yet. We won't have to do it for a little while now, but we have a case presentation we have to do too. Ooh, a necklace. Actually, that looks just like Marge's necklace. Except hers is white. But, you know, when you combine the blue hair and the white pearls, you get the blue pearls. The case presentation, when we find an interesting patient case as we're going along, we have to come up with a presentation for that. That one is more formal. You have to come up with PowerPoint slides, and you're presenting it not just to the preceptor and not just to the students, but also to some of the medical staff. Boom! Oh, don't leave, birdie. Okay, sit right there. Let's go up. I am definitely ghosting. I look like Solitaire right now. You just won Solitaire. Whee! So that one is by far the most major assignment, and fortunately mine is due the day before the last day. My penultimate day on the rotation is when I have to do my case presentation. I just read today, oh, a four-leaf clover. A journal article that I'm considering doing on the effects of dexamethasone on hospital length of stay in community-acquired pneumonia. It was a study done in the Netherlands just a couple months ago. Whee! Ah, dang it, I forgot you can't get up this way. I don't think you can jump high enough to get up from that side, but maybe you can. Who knows? How high do you jump? Oh, yeah, that looks like I should be able to. Of course, then I actually can't because I'm stupid. Head back. So that's kind of what I'm doing. The journal article reading was definitely a problem, and especially having to work. I'm going to sit here for just a second, finish this thought. Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday this week, I had to work. Monday, I didn't have rotation, but Tuesday, rotation followed by work. That is a very long day, and I barely have enough time to catch up on my email before it's time to go to bed and to get ready for the next day. Wednesday was the same thing, except it wasn't work, it was a school function. And then tomorrow I actually have another school function, so who knows if I'll have time to do a video. Boom! Boom! She's gonna have a seizure. I wasn't real all along. Oh, hey, look at that. Yeah, I'm disappearing into the world. I'm a Graybow. Grainbow? I'm Lurky, basically. Murky and Lurky. I'm Murky. I'm the only one who knows who that is, but that's fine. I'm gonna be Murky. Aw. Am I dead? Was that my grave? Did I steal flowers off my own grave? That's kind of sad. That was a cool game, though. I love it, and for nothing else, Shadow 6 nothing. You know, I wonder. Is he... Yep, The Terminal piano on Newgrounds. So, this is a good song. I like that. I'm going to download this song. It is Creative Commons, Attribution, No Money, and Share and Share Alike. So, there you go. The Terminal Piano by Shadow6Nothing9. And the game was, of course, Gray Story by Kevin Does Art. Excellent job. Until next time, bye-bye.